This video will explain how to use York University's Course Catalog website. The Course Catalog is where you can find all of the courses that York is offering in each academic session. You can search for courses by subject, you can search for courses by course title, and many other ways. If you want to know which courses you should be taking in your first year, you will need to complete your YU Start module or book an appointment with an academic advisor. This is a screenshot of the York Courses website, also known as the York Course Catalog website, and there's quite a lot of information on here. We wish to point out a few important links on the left here. So on the left, the first arrow is pointing to search current courses by. So this is where we can search for different courses a few different ways. So the first arrow below it is pointing to search courses by subject. This is what we will be using, especially at the beginning, to search for our courses. Later on, once we familiarize ourselves a bit, we can search for courses by course title if we wish. We can search by instructor. We can also search for general education courses or courses which are online or e-learning courses. And then at the end, once we've registered, I always suggest to students to come back to this website and click this link here, plot my timetable, just to ensure that you are registered in the courses you want to take when you want to take them. So we suggest you search for courses by subject. And the first thing you'll need to do when you click search by subject is you'll have to select which academic session you want to search for. It's very important that you select the correct session. For us, this will be fall, winter 2022-2023. Now below this, we are going to search for courses by subject. We can only search for courses by one subject at a time. So we'll select our term, we will select our subject, and then we will select search courses. And this is going to display some information about the courses that are available in this subject that we have searched. So there's a lot of information on the screen here. What we suggest is looking, starting at the first course and taking a look at this information. So the first two letters here, AP. AP indicates that this course is being taught by the Faculty of Liberal Arts and Professional Studies. And if it's an in-person course, this indicates that it is taking place at York's Keele campus. Now, if you see some courses that are abbreviated with GL, what this indicates is that this course is being offered through the Glendon campus, York's Glendon campus. You are welcome to take courses at both the Keele campus and the Glendon campus, but you must be mindful that they are physically separate from each other. So the next letters we see after AP are PHIL. So this indicates, this is the department code. This indicates that this course is being offered by the philosophy department. PHIL, philosophy, ECON, economics, etc. Immediately to the right, we see a 4-digit number beginning with the number 1. This indicates that this course is a first-year course. The remaining 3 digits make up the rest of the course code. So as we see, we have 1000, 1001, 1002, etc. Further down here, we have some that are in the 2000s. So this indicates that this course is a second-year course. Now, going back to our first course here, immediately to the right of the course code, we have the credit number, 6.00. Now, this is something that we will explain a little bit further on, but typically courses in our faculty provide either 3 credits, 6 credits, or 9 credits. So we can see that the first course on our list here provides 6 credits, the second one provides 3 credits, etc. In the column immediately to the right, we have the title of this course here, Introduction to Philosophy. And then to the right of that, we have a link to the course description and schedule. At this point, we strongly suggest that you right-click and open this link in a new tab, because if you left-click and then later wish to go back, the website has some issues with that. So we suggest right-click, open in a new tab. Now, on the next few slides, there's going to be a lot of information about how our course is being delivered, and you're going to see some acronyms and abbreviations, and I would like to explain exactly what they mean. So in first and second year courses, it's common to have a course taught with a lecture as well as with a tutorial component. Typically, courses which are listed with the abbreviation LECT indicates that the course is being delivered by lecture, and there are some in-person components required. Below here, we have TUTR, which indicates that is a tutorial. Some tutorials are offered in person, some of them are virtual. We will show you how to find out which is which on the next few slides. When we're looking for courses that are online only and do not require us to come to the campus, we will look for courses with the abbreviation ONLN. And if we're looking for a course that has some online component and some in-person component, we'll be looking for courses with the abbreviation BLEN. So why this is important is because when we're using the course catalog, we're going to get a lot of information about how the course is being delivered. And it is especially important that we read this particular column here called Notes and Additional Fees. So this is an example of a screenshot of a course option that would come up. And this has the information such as the start time, the duration of the course, and the location, which we will explain in a little bit more detail in the next few slides. But I do wish to draw your attention to this very important column here. And I'm going to read it out now. This course will be taught in a blended format with some in-person requirements. While many components of the course will be conducted asynchronously online, students will be required to meet synchronously for an hour each week at their scheduled tutorial time. Please check the specific section of the course that you registered for to know whether your tutorial meets in person or online. In addition, students will be required to write synchronous online tests, which will be held on the weekends. Please see course outline for specific dates and times and an in-person final exam. So this is very important information because what it's telling us is what are we required? What does the university require from us in order to pass this course? So because this course indicates that there are some in-person requirements, if you are not able to be physically present on the campus, you should not be enrolling in courses which require you to be in person. What we suggest in that case is that you search for courses using the eLearn search option, or that you simply search for courses and look for courses which indicate that they're being delivered 100% online. So in this specific instance, the lecture is taught asynchronously and remotely. The tutorial is synchronously and in person, and the tests are written synchronously and in person, as well as an in-person final exam. So this is an example of a much simpler explanation of a notes and additional fees. This course or a portion of this course will meet in person in the location assigned. Fairly straightforward example here. This tells us that the course is going to be taught. It's being taught by a lecture, and it's being taught entirely or almost entirely in person in the location assigned. Because course delivery is the responsibility of the departments, if you have specific questions about how a course is being delivered, if something here does not make sense to you, you will need to contact the department for clarification. So this is another screenshot of an example of a course where there is a lecture component as well as a tutorial component. And this is explaining some of the information that appears on your screen here. So I will start up here at the top where it says Term F. Term F indicates that this course is a fall course only, meaning that the course will begin in September, it will conclude in December. If this said Term Y courses are what we call full year courses. They begin in September they run through to December when we take our exam break. Then when we return in January, the course returns same place, same time, same instructor, and continues until April at the end of the academic year. But in this particular case, this is a term fall course only. To the right of this, we have section A. Section A indicates that this is, sections are typically, not always, but typically there is one professor assigned to each section. Oftentimes there will be multiple TAs who run tutorials, or teaching assistants who run tutorials, who run each of the tutorials, but often there is one professor per section. Typically in first year and second year, there are a lot of students who are attending certain courses. So some of the more common courses are taught by multiple professors. It would be the same course, the same number of credits on your transcript. It would just be delivered by different professors. So below that, we have the section director. Below here, we find that this course is delivered by a lecturer. The lecture meets on Tuesday and on Thursday. When we see day R here indicates Thursday because T was already used to indicate Tuesday. So R indicates Thursday. So this course has a lecture component on Tuesday and on Thursday at 9:30 in the morning. This time here is always in 24-hour time. So if it was a 9:30 at night, it would say 21:30. And then over here, we have the duration in minutes, 60 minutes each. And then down here, you will need to select a tutorial. The tutorial, in this case, we see two options. The tutorial meets once a week. Tutorial 1, the first option, meets at 10:30 a.m. for 60 minutes on Tuesday. So this tutorial would meet immediately following this lecture here. And our second option for tutorial is Tuesday at 11:30 at 60 minutes. So you only enroll in one tutorial, and that is the tutorial you wish to attend. So if you are deciding that you would like to have a break between your lecture and your tutorial, it would be a good idea to enroll in tutorial 2 here, because this lecture will start at 9:30, it will finish at 10:30, and then you will have 1 hour in between, whereas this tutorial starts immediately at 10:30. And as I said, you select one tutorial only, and then over on the right here, you will use this catalog code. This will help you this is what you will need to actually enroll in your course. Now you'll see this catalog code is different than the catalog code here for tutorial 2. And you'll notice that there is no catalog number. There's no code for the lecture. This is the way it is set up, because when you go to enroll, you will use this information only. So if you enroll in tutorial 1, you will automatically be enrolled in this corresponding lecture. If you enroll in tutorial 2, you will still automatically be enrolled in this corresponding lecture. So this course requires 3 hours of class time per week. 1 hour in a lecture on Tuesday, 1 hour in a lecture on Thursday, and 1 hour in a lecture on 1 hour in a tutorial on Tuesday, either at 10:30 or at 11:30 in the morning. Now, to explain the credit system works, as I said, our faculty offers courses which provide 3 credits, 6 credits, and 9 credits. What this means, 3 credit courses typically have the suffix 3.0 after their course code, and they typically meet for 3 hours per week for 1 term, just like the example that we just used on the previous slide here. This course is meeting for 3 hours per week for 1 term. Now, 6 credit courses have the suffix 6.0, and they typically meet for 3 hours per week for 2 terms. 9 credit courses have the suffix 9.0, and they typically meet for 4 hours per week for 2 terms. and typically 9-credit courses also carry heavier workloads. So we can see in our example, this is our course code, AP for the Faculty of Liberal Arts and Professional Studies, PHIL, the Philosophy Department, 1001, we know it's a first-year course, 3.0, this is the number of credits, and here's the course title. Below this, we have our AP, PHIL, again, a philosophy course taught by the Faculty of Liberal Arts and Professional Studies, 1000 level course, first year, 6.0, it's 6 credits, and the title, Introduction to Philosophy. And below we have AP again, HUMA indicates the Department of Humanities, 1165. Again, this is a first year course, 9.00. So this course provides 9 credits, and here is the title here. Now, why the credit system is important is because the credits are what we use to calculate our course load. A course load refers to the number of credits that we are taking in an academic session, and this is important when it comes to calculating our OSAP eligibility and eligibility for scholarships and bursaries and work study. So a 100% course load is considered 15 credits in each term. So that would mean 15 credits in the fall and 15 credits in the winter. So that could be broken down where you would take maybe 5 courses that were 3 credits apiece in the fall and 5 credits that provide 3 credits apiece in the winter time. Or you could take 5 credits that run term Y courses, full year courses. Then you would be taking them in the fall and in the winter. You would continue to take the same course in the winter, and your credits will be split evenly. So because you would be taking the same number of credits with a full year course, a term Y course, as you would be taking in our example here. So if you were taking 5-6 credit courses, this is for the entire year. This would provide you with the same number of credits if you were taking 5 3-credit courses in the fall and another 5 3-credit courses in the winter time. Now, as I said, why this is important is because this is how you calculate whether you are a full-time student or a part-time student. And students who do not have accessibility accommodations must take a minimum of 60% of a full course load each term, or 9 credits. So it'd be minimum of 9 credits in the fall, or 9 credits and 9 credits in the winter, because 9 is 60% of 15. Students who do have disability accommodations must take a minimum of 40% of a full course load each term, or 6 credits per term. So that'd be 6 credits in the fall and 6 credits in the winter. This is in order to remain what considered a full-time student. If you enroll in less than the above, you are considered a part-time student. There's nothing wrong with being a part-time student. However, as I said, it does affect your eligibility for OSAP, as well as your eligibility for scholarships and bursaries, and it can affect your eligibility for residence status as well. If you are considering dropping any courses, you should make an appointment with an academic advisor. They can review this with you. They can explain it in further detail, and they can also tell you whether this is going to impact your eligibility for things like OSAP or scholarships and bursaries. So anytime you're thinking about dropping a course, it's always a good idea to check with an academic advisor. And that concludes our presentation using York University's course catalog. Thank you.